because we are going to, at the end, when it's time for him to be evaluated, we're gonna give what you call a round robin evaluation. That means that many people, as the time allows, will be able to give him feedback. He's gonna ask, what you thought about. The reason for that, Bill is from our club, and he's gonna be entering the division contest. He won, and we are hoping that he will be the winner also for that. So, without further delay, help me welcome none other than our own Bill. His speech title is, let me get it right, that way. Are you ready to get ready to be ready? Are you ready to get ready to be ready? Bill Baker.
If your life were about to change, would you be ready? Why I ask is because on a beautiful day in 2007, my life did change. It was around 8:30 in the morning, and I was leaving home to go to work, and my car was parked on a very busy street here in the Bronx. Now, as I was walking to my car, I saw what looked like a man sitting in the front passenger seat of my car. But I said to myself, no, I must be seeing this wrong. He couldn't possibly be sitting in my car. But fellow Toastmasters, when I got to the front of my car, there was a man sitting in my car. And I could see that my window was smashed, the dashboard was broken, and the radio was hanging down by his wires. He was robbing me. So I yelled at him, "What are you doing?" He knew he was busted. So he started to crawl out of my car through the smashed window. Now, why he didn't open the door and step out, I don't know. But as I'm watching him crawl out of my car, I was wondering, what am I going to do now? What would you have done? Well, he finally gets out of my car and we're standing face to face. Then do you know what this dude says to me? He looked me dead in the eye and he says, "It wasn't me." What? It wasn't me. First he smashes up my car and now he's going to insult my intelligence? No. It really pissed me off. So I hit him. And we started fighting. We were both swinging wildly at each other because neither one of us knew how to fight. But as we were fighting and wrestling, I see him reach into his pocket and he pulls out a pair of needle-nose pliers. He must have been using them to steal my radio, but now he's going to stab me with them. And I held on with all my might. And as we were struggling, he dropped the pliers. But then he hit me with a left and he knocked me down. Now understand this about the punch. It didn't really hurt that much. It just made me angrier. So I got up and I said, "Come on, man, come on." He looked at me and went, and he started to walk away. I was tired too. So I said to myself, let him go. The fight's over. I went to the police station to report it, and I also called my job to let them know what had happened. Later on that day, when I walked into work, I was one bad man. My office was full of women, and they were all excited and concerned, and they were coming up to me and they were asking me, "Oh, Bill, are you okay? Are you all right?" And I was like, "Yeah, girl, I'm good. I handled my business. Yeah, I'm all right." But there was one coworker there. Her name is Dallas. She looked at me and said, "Bill, if he had a gun, he could have killed you." I hadn't thought of that. She was right. I could be dead. What was I thinking? That whole situation just came crashing down on me, so I went into the bathroom, and I was all emotional, so I called for Dallas. And she came in, and she held me as I cried. I could be dead. For the next couple of days, I kept reliving that fight over and over in my mind. And I kept asking myself, why would I start a fight knowing that I don't know how to fight? And then it dawned on me that that was the way I had been living my entire life. I would start something that I was totally unprepared for, and then I would just swing at it wildly, hoping things would work out. Have you ever done that? Let me give you an example of what I mean. I made good money on my job, but I was always broke. Oh, I look good. I mean, you couldn't tell I was broke by just looking at me. But really, I was financially impotent because I had no clue on how to save or invest money. So that fight helped me to realize that my biggest problem was me. I needed to change. If I wanted to be ready, I needed to get ready. So I got ready. I started reading good books on self-development. And I even took a class in personal finances. And I also started training in Krav Maga. Krav Maga is a self-defense system that trains you to deal with real-world threats like guns, knives, and needle-nose pliers. So now, I no longer swing wildly at life. My blows are focused and they connect. As proof, I've paid off over $23,000 in debt in less than 2 years. And by the end of next month, I will be totally debt-free. Can you imagine what you could do if you had no debt? If you don't have any payments, what do you have? Money. Also, I'm making excellent progress towards earning a black belt in Krav Maga. So now, I'm ready to defend myself if necessary. For instance, this past summer, I went out riding my motorcycle, and I got back home really late at night. So I parked the bike, and I could see 3 men walking toward me. And I got a bad feeling. But instead of wondering, what am I gonna do now? No. This time, I turned and I looked at them. And I said to myself, I wish you would. They walked right by me. But I knew I was ready. And when you know you're ready, that is a wonderful feeling. So what is it that you want? Is it to lose weight? Or to get out of debt? Or just to be able to walk to your car at 8:30 in the morning and not have a stranger sitting in it? Well, whatever it is you want, you can get it. But the question is, are you ready? To get ready, to be ready. Because the only way you're going to be ready is that you have to get ready. Toastmasters. Good job.